Yep. What's goody, everyone? It's your boy NYCDaFuture, Online Nation all day. My fault, everybody started late, man. You know what happens, man. Black people. But yeah, we got the everybody here except for Spaz and IpodKingCarter gonna be on here shortly. So get the co-host in here. Gonzo, what's up, Gonzo?
What's going on, NYC? How you guys feeling?
Good, man. Good. And Venom, what's up, bro?
What's going on, man? I gotta give him the gun pose real quick. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah, we finally made that move, man. I mean, we're just trying to get it all together, fixed and stuff. Got to fix a little difficulties, but we're gonna be straight by the time it's 2018, so a couple weeks. But yeah, it's a lot of big things tonight, man. Kobe Bryant retiring his jersey. What y'all think about that?
I have never thought that I'd see the day that they retire two numbers. I mean, that's a milestone in itself. The fact that they are going to retire both of his numbers, I believe that they're deserving of it, but still, it hasn't been anything like that in sports for a single team that I could think of. I know Shaq has multiple numbers retired for different teams, but it's not like he has 32 for the Lakers and then he played at 30. He played with 34 in Orlando or something like that, and they retired them both. So that's big in itself.
Okay, that's true. What do you think about that, Gonzo?
I think it's wonderful, actually. I kind of tells the two tales of Kobe. You get a younger, energetic, more flashy Kobe Bryant. Not a great, an okay defender, Kobe. And he's, like I said, young and flashy. He can score. He still has that killer mentality, but he wins 3 rings as a young, energetic guy. I mean, the dude was a highlight reel. That's number 8. And then you get to see the other side of Kobe, a more older, a more mature, a better passing Kobe, a much more fundamental defensive player, Kobe Bryant, a much more, what's the word I'm looking for? Much more intelligent. And you get to see, cerebral. And you get to see how he just dissects defense and dissected his opponent, the guy who was standing in front of him every single night. And then he goes and gets 3 the first time, and he comes back as the older guy and gets 2 more. And it's like one of the all-time leading scorers, man. So I mean, honestly, man, it is a great accomplishment.
Thanks, man. I mean, we're definitely gonna see what's next in store for Kobe, man. I seen Kobe was trying to do that other thing. What's that thing that he was trying to do for ABC? I think he had some kind of story time thing for kids and something like that.
Yeah, the books that he's trying to put together.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I wasn't much of a fan of those books. And it's like, just stick to basketball, brother. Just stick to basketball.
Facts, man. I don't know, man, but hopefully whatever he does next, man, is I think he's better as like teaching the Laker players or something. I don't know about movies. He has to do something though.
Yeah, you got to do something. Oh, here we go.
Was you ever a fan of Kobe before, Venom?
Oh yeah. I mean, my personal favorite player of all time is Shaquille O'Neal, but yeah, I was a fan of what Kobe was able to do, and he was the closest thing to Jordan that we got a chance to witness without that whole. He was the closest thing to Jordan that we got a chance to see, pretty much.
Okay.
Unless you grew up watching Jordan, and he was like, "No, there's no comparison." But I mean, being in my early 30s, what I remember from Michael Jordan is just from Space Jam on. All the other stuff, I wasn't a basketball head to learn all of that junk.
Okay. What about you, DJ?
I'm gonna tell you like this, okay? My favorite player all the time is Michael Jordan, and part of the reason why is because I got a chance to see Michael Jordan play in a very tough era. I saw how he did pretty much the same thing as Kobe Bryant. He did it first, so that's part of where my biasness comes from. Not to mention I'm from Chicago. Definitely be, like I said, my top 5. I got, and and I,
Yeah, iPod. Yeah, hold up, bro. What's
huh?
your Gonzo? Hold up. iPod. Yeah, I see you, bro. I'm messaging you right now. And what's up, Chill OG? But yeah, you can continue.
Yeah, like I said, my top five, and the only reason why I don't have Jordan, I got Jordan as my as the GOAT, but when we base top five, we have to base it off not only the numbers, we base it off the championships, if they play offense and defense. It's a lot of different things I put into perspective. So number one, I have to put Kareem Abdul-Jabbar due to the fact that he dominated every center, whether it was in the late part of the '60s, the '70s, and he did it to Patrick Ewing and everybody else in the '80s. So
Okay.
he was still a dominant force, even being being an old guy. So I have Kareem first, Jordan second, Kobe third. Uh, but I think it's an amazing accomplishment, man. I think at first I didn't like Kobe Bryant because the first thing I thought was, wow, man, he's copying Mike. But it's like common sense kicked in. It's like, why not copy the best player at your position? It's like, wouldn't that be intelligent? Like, why would you go copy somebody else? Like, you would copy the best because you want to understand his skills, not only just that, is also to become even better than he was. And honestly, I see a lot of Kobe Bryant's game where he was a lot better than Michael Jordan in certain things. I don't think he was a better defender, but I think he was a better ball handler. And obviously, he was a better 3-point shooter because Kobe Bryant got a chance to shoot at a 3-point line that was a little closer. Michael Jordan's most of his career was shot with a 3-point line that was pretty far, a much further. Well, not much further, but like a foot further. So that's one of the reasons. But and Kobe was just, man, he was the ultimate competitor, man. And we can say what we want to about Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant, even when he was making his as an AC team with those Laker teams, and they were losing to teams like Phoenix and stuff like that, like he asked for help. I have to give him a lot of credit for it. He didn't beg to play with a bunch of superstars. He just give me pieces that can help me out on this team. You know what I'm saying? I mean, don't get me wrong. Paul Gasol is a good player and will possibly be a Hall of Famer one day, but he's no player like a Shaquille O'Neal. He's not like a superstar. You know, it's just he's an all-star. Andrew Bynum was the guy that they drafted in that system. They played with guys like Derek Fisher, and I'm not even talking about the first three championships. I'm just and I don't want people to think that I'm taking away from the first three. The first three teams were like super loaded, but again, that's always been the culture of teams like Boston and LA. They always got the best talent. You know what I'm saying? It's been like that through history. If you just look at the teams and the people that they drafted and the free agents they picked up. But Kobe Bryant actually went out there, man, and if you look at his last two championships, honestly, looking at it on paper, he should have lost two of those championships with those teams he had. I mean, no offense. I mean, we had Lamar Odom. You have guys like we had Paul Gasol, obviously, but you're still playing with guys like Derek Fisher. You playing with guys like Sasha Vujacic. Um, you just play with a lot of just like if I went down that line and you look at that roster, it's like wow, like this. Some of these rosters look really bad. Like they didn't look like championship rosters, and he won two. So you gotta kind of give him a lot more credit just for winning those last two.
Yeah, that's true, man. I definitely agree with you, man. So, what do y'all think about this whole NBA 2K, man?
We ain't gonna ask Gonzo no more about 2K because I don't think I don't think it's gonna mean they or he doesn't play at all anymore now for to have an opinion outside of the stuff that he's been beating into our head since the beginning of or even before this joint dropped about the legacy issues with the game. I tell you what though, they patched something secretly. I don't know what, but I can't play on-ball defense, and I was decent playing on-ball defense online, and it's bothering me that I'm so bad. I can't keep anybody in front of me, and I guess for realism purposes, that's true, because watching this NBA, you can't keep anybody in front of you because you can't hand check them or anything along those lines, but in that same breath, I can't keep anybody in front of me, and it's starting to bother me more so than it should. You muted. Tell him he's muted. You muted.
You muted
Can
Yeah.
y'all hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah, you were muted.
Yeah, I'm still trying to fix the settings up, y'all. So excuse me for that, man. I'm trying to fix it so that everybody will be showing at once. I think it's just showing myself only when not talking. So I'm trying to get it to when it displays y'all like it'll display Venom when he's talking. But yeah, what do you think about that, Gonzo?
You know, I'm gonna tell you something. This is some of the part I haven't played the game, but this is something I really have to address, and it irritates me so bad. First, let's get this part out. 2K has a lot of simulation aspects. I give them credit. I give them the credit for that. They do. They have a lot of settings for you to be able to go through. They have a lot of plays. They have a lot of They have a lot of buttons that are assigned to do things. My question has always been, does any of that crap work? Most of your settings mean nothing. I say it again, look at some of the plays. Most of the plays, you're getting sucked into screens just to make it look like that play was effective. 2K has always created this illusion of simulation, but it's not really simulation. It feels like basketball, but you're probably going to lose on some type of cheese or some type of BS that's programmed to the game. But that's not the point. That's just my man. That's one of my gripes. But this is another gripe of mine. Mike Wang put a poll out the other day, and he said, "Should we change layup timing or get rid of or add a shot meter to layups?" First, for 2K19, dude, you're asking about fixing 2K19 when 2K18 has been fucked up for how long? like, dude, that's the part that irritates me about 2K. They'll put out a product trying to sell you 2K19. It's like, dude, you haven't even sold 2K18 well enough yet. Like, go look at everybody's re-review of the game and what the gamers are saying. 2K is trash. I don't understand why I keep buying this game. Everybody's saying it almost every post, everybody's YouTube video, everybody's saying the same thing I've been saying, and they point out the same issues I've been pointing out since like 2K14. I've been pointing out the same issues that keep occurring. 2K always adds something and they take something out and they bring it back and they take it out and they bring it back and they take it out, and we're going to still be arguing about the same crap. Let me tell you something. Memory we can put on a disc, right? Am I right?
Yep.
Right. There's only so much memory we can put on a disc. Now, you're adding all these modes. You're adding 2K E-League. You got Playground. You expanded the park mode. You made the playground now. You have My Team. You have Play Now Online. You got all these different modes. My Gym. What's the other? My League. You got all these different modes. So we know those take up a shit ton of memory. But meanwhile, gameplay's still not being addressed. Give you an example. I told everybody last year. I said, for some strange reason, this year defense is OC. This was last year. You couldn't cross nobody over and go around them to save your life because Roy Hibbert could stick Russell Westbrook just like he was Kawhi Leonard. And you couldn't get around him no matter what dribbles you had. Now you could day one before they patched it. You could use the guys like James Harden and make the big guys fall. You could cross them up, go around them. It played very realistic. But after that first patch, which was like 2 weeks or 3 weeks after the game was released, you could no longer do it anymore. You couldn't even cross Roy Hibbert up with Kyrie Irving. And we all know he has the sickest handles in the NBA. You couldn't cross him over. Now, everybody complained about that. So what did we get in so-called 2K17? These are code words that they use. We've implemented a new system. We've implemented a new engine. It's always they implemented something new. Well, if you implement something new, why do you keep having the same all the time? Because you ain't implementing nothing new. What you're doing is you're doing patchwork. You're taking a piece of this out and you're slapping this in. So guess what we got this year? We got the ability to dribble and what they call it, free-flowing dribbling. But guess what? You can't stay in front of nobody no more now because guess what? What we've done is we've tuned the game. We switched it around. The defense was OP. We just switched the defense from last year and switched it over to the offensive end. Well, I can go around everybody, but guess what? You can't stay in front of anybody now.
Spaz's head is huge.
It's the same.
Hold on. Hold on, guys. So, yo, we got Spaz in the building.
Yeah.
What up, Spaz?
Well, y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Nigga, Venom look dumb big, right? You
Pause.
can eat small children and shit. Talking about 2K.
You know what I mean?
Dude, can you even hold your joystick, motherfucker?
One-handed, you feel me? It's like this. This is how I play.
Oh man, shit like a candy bar in your hand, nigga. NYC, what up, yo?
What's up, bro?
Gonzo, what up?
What's going on, Spaz?
Nothing, same shit, different toilet. You know how we on it? All right.
Yeah, what was you saying, Gonzo?
So what they do is they implement a system, and they'll tell you that they're adding something new. I watched last week. I watched a YouTube podcast, and I heard someone say that usually when it comes down to basketball games, people are going to buy the game that moves the best. And my question is when we talk about movement, what are we relating that to? Like, I'm gonna give an example. 2K has a lot of movement, but you can't play defense. NBA Live doesn't allow you to do a lot of. It doesn't allow you just to do a lot of crossing over just any and everybody, but you can play defense. So, what do you mean by movement? I understand 2K has a lot of better animations, but let's be honest. How many animations in 2K do you as a user really have control over? It's a lot of automatic. 2K goes into autopilot a lot. You've been planning on doing one thing, and it does completely the opposite of what you choose to do. You could be dribbling up the court and pass to the corner, and your guy will literally take a back step and step out of bounds right before you pass to him. Like, why would you do that?
Right.
And these are the things that make you lose the game. These are the things that cost you the game. I'm a firm believer in you shouldn't have to program mistakes to happen into the game. Let people make their own mistakes. I can almost bet you playing 7 minute quarters a game and you playing against somebody head to head. I can tell you right now, somebody's gonna make a mistake, and you don't need the computer or the AI to do that for you. Somebody's gonna hit a wrong button, a bad shot. These things happen. We don't need the AI to dictate that. But honestly, I'm really not gonna write on 2K no more, because guess what? 2K is officially out of my system, so I don't have to worry about it no more. I'll never be personal again, so I'm good, bro. Ain't no need to badmouth. Ain't no need for me to badmouth it no more. I'm done. It's weak. It's fucking crap.
Man, do you play Pro-Am?
Nope, I'm not gonna play that either.
Man, that shit is fire.
I'm not touching anything 2K no more. I'm done. I'm gonna tell you something. 2K, you know what? I'm tired of them taking them 2K boxes every year, shitting on the disc and putting that bitch in GameStop every year. You can keep that shit at your crib. I don't have to keep that in mine. That's weak. The game is crap, bro. The game is crap. And the funny thing is, it's the same stuff I've been saying. It's like, bro, you won't believe how many direct messages I get from just random people who like watch the Sim Hangout, and random people who've heard on Blog Talk Radio, and they've just got my Twitter account, and they like, man, bro, you telling the truth, bro, about this game. I get several messages from people like, bro, I'm mad I didn't listen to you from day one. Because I'm telling you what it is. I'm not lying to nobody, because I'm not on live side, because live need work too. Don't get me wrong, live needs work too. I'm not excusing them either. But the only reason why I give live some of the pass, because guess what? It seems like everything people complaining about and they need fixed and the community needs fixed, they're actually trying to fix it. They're making an attempt. We complained about roster. That was one of my biggest things. Like, man, we can't even rate our own roster. We got to wait 2 months for live to update it. I can do it myself now. They put that in the game. They got defense in the game. Bigs matter in the game. Big man rebound over smaller guys in the game. That's realistic.
No, they don't.
I
don't
have a problem. See, I don't find it to be true, because I don't have a problem with rebounding.
Bro.
Yeah, rebounding, I get dunked on all the time.
I rebound really well.
They got 5'7" dudes.
Like when I play with the Philadelphia 76ers, I can get 10 rebounds a game with Ben Simmons. I can get 10 plus rebounds with Ben Simmons and Joel in their quarters.
That's a fact, but you could get 10 rebounds with motherfucking D'Angelo Russell too.
I'm played with the Nets a couple times. I don't see that to happen with him. Now,
bro,
Russell Westbrook, I can.
Right there's a video right now where bro got a 5'7" squad against 7-footers, and his 5'7s are grabbing rebounds. So nah.
But yeah, I know you're talking about that's the dude named It's Reese, right? Yeah, but he got his 5'7" rated 99s all across the board though.
Him and the Ali dude too. You know Abdullah Ali?
Yeah, I know you're talking about, yeah.
Him too.
But I know the guy It's Reese.
When I play,
I know the guy It's Reese.
When I play live, you know what I'm saying? It happens without the sliders. You know what I'm saying? If I play like the live events, it happens there too. You know what I'm saying? So I don't
see. Like I say, I don't know.
Neither one. Like
I don't know about the live events. I don't know too much about that. Like I said, against
for my personal
CPU, but
I
said I used to play against the CPU, but even the guy Is Reese, he did a video where he took all his 5'7" guys and rated them all a 99 across the board. And rated them all zeros across the board. And his 5'7" guys was killing the 7-footers because the ratings mattered.
All right, so what happens?
They need the device.
What happens when you're in a live event playing 5-on-5?
See, I don't know. He did this against the CPU. Then he went to 2K and did it against CPU and made all the 5'7" guys 99s and gave all the 7-footers zeros or the lowest you could possibly have in 2K. And the 7-footers kept the game close and they wasn't good at nothing.
I don't know. Yo, there go iPod right there. Go ask him.
Yo,
he be out playing live and shit.
What's going on with y'all?
iPod, what up, bro?
Chilling, bro. You're fucking permalink, bro. I've been telling you to send me this link for like a half an hour. You're like, yeah, you know, I sent that email, bro. That shit never came.
It wasn't working.
What's up with y'all? Yeah, I'm chilling, man. What'd you have to ask me about? What happened?
The live when the 5'7" guys is grabbing rebounds over the 7-footers, shit like that.
Oh, you're talking about the mechanics with like shorter players over like the Isaiah Thomas shit, right?
Yeah, that, and even like if you play like a live event, let's just say it's for like the Pink Dolphin or whatever the case is, you know what I'm saying? Like we saying basically like Gonzo saying that the rebound is more realistic in live than it is at 2K. So I'm using that as an example, you know what I'm saying? So
I couldn't say that. I mean, most of the time when I'm playing live events, we got big people in the paint for a reason, because most of the time those dudes is going to grab the rebound unless you got like those weird slasher short dudes. So people do create smaller characters for their vertical. Now, the funny thing is the way Live did it, the way that they built in their vertical is way different than how 2K's is. Like you would think like, okay, if a dude is 6'7" going up against a 6'5" dude, you would think that he has a little bit better reach. No, like in Live, it's like if they are a slasher and their weight and height like is at the right point, their vertical jumps through the roof. I seen that when I went down to Orlando, and I was like, hey, yo, my dude's a 6'3" point shooter, and he just created a 6-foot slasher, and he has a higher vertical than me. Right. And then when we jumping for the ball, of course, he's going to get it every time because his vertical is higher than mine. So you can see that difference when smaller players get rebounds over taller dudes, because everybody makes wing shooters. You know what I'm saying? Nobody really makes wing scorers like that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to shoot the three, so they lack that in rebounding, but it looks absurd when you see a 5'9" character getting a rebound over a 6'9" dude. You know what I'm saying? But it happens, though.
Thanks, man.
Well, I'm still sick over the fact that everybody has a 50-inch vertical off of 2 feet.
I mean, this is facts. I mean, when you think about it in hindsight, you know, where NBA Live is coming from, like you got to remember, like their game, like for 2 years, once they drop, once they flop, once they drop again, once they flop again. Now this year is their year where they came back strong, and it's trying to, you know, put something into the culture where they're around. You know, like last year, everybody was playing like NBA Live 16 live run on a demo. Yeah, that was cool and all, but now this year, people are really talking about live because of what 2K is doing. You know what I'm saying? So that it coincides with each other. Like, you know, sometimes you have your good years, sometimes you don't. But when one game is blatantly doing what it's doing to its consumers, everybody's ready to jump ship and then say, hey, this game is great, and we just only want to play this. You know what I'm saying? But of course, you know, people still complain about video games anyway. So, you know, that's just how the game go.
All right, that's a very politically correct answer. Now,
yes, it is a PC answer.
How is it PC? Like, think about it, right? So when 2K dropped, right? from the day that the game dropped, well, not even the whole game, when the prelude dropped, I was asking all my homies and people on stream, how much is this game worth? You know what I'm saying? I told them that from the door. Yo, how much you think this game worth, right? So we playing the game, prelude drop. Now, by this time, live is like demo out. Everything's, you know what I'm saying? Everybody know how much live is going to be coming out for. And I'm like, yo, like on the hindsight, like if they selling these on for 30, 2K selling theirs for 60, I want to see what the final product look like. And the final product for 2K drop. I was like, hey, yo, like, what is we playing? You know what I'm saying? Like I know what I'm getting with live. I played live beforehand. I know what I'm getting there. They're telling everybody they're trying to make a comeback. They're trying to do something, and they're moving in the right direction. As far as I'm concerned, from live 16 to live 18, it's some differences, but you can see an advancement. Like you don't see too many steps back. When 2K dropped their game, it's more so, okay, we know that you're building something new, but don't you think that a lot of bugs are going to come out of it since it's totally brand new? And what happened? Bug after bug after bug, and people just pissed off. That's all it is. Like people just pissed off at 2K right now. They playing a lot of, you know what it is? They're not even playing a lot of live. Live is still getting the same gradual numbers. They get a little bit more spikes from week to week, but a lot of people are playing Fortnite. If you look at any 2K YouTuber channel right now, I guarantee Fortnite is on their list. I guarantee it. Dudes is out here playing Fortnite, trying to mask the whole, like, not playing 2K, but in a weeks to 2 weeks time, when this 2K E-League thing drop, guess who numbers are going to spike again? 2K. So it's just people just riding the wave right now, as I would say. That's all it is.
Fortnite is definitely a lot of people playing that. I even play that. My son put me onto that game.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, the game dope, but it ain't a sports game. It ain't a basketball game. You know what I'm saying? So when people say, man, we off 2K, we playing Fortnite. What you mean? How you off 2K and you playing Fortnite? Like that don't even sound right. You feel me? Like if you're a real basketball fan and you're a fan of the game and you want to play the game on a daily basis in video game form, you're gonna pick one of the two. You're not gonna say, oh, we off that. We gonna play Fortnite. No. Say, yo, you know what? We're gonna try out live, see how that's playing, see if we can have fun with that. Some dudes that play 2K haven't even tried live. You know what I'm saying? They just going off of what people were saying 2 years ago. When in all actuality, you can have fun playing live. You can, because it's playing with your homies. You know what I'm saying? Like, how much shit do you see happening live that pisses you off more than the shit you see in 2K when you think about it?
Every time I turn that game on, brother.
No, see, I don't though. See, and this I guess maybe because I'm kind of like an old school gamer, bro.
No,
like
because you
I'm 36,
nigga.
so
You fucking
no. See, no. I guess because I'm old, because I've never really. I like graphics, but graphics means very little to me, because I was playing games when 2K was during the time, which maybe was it 3 or 4. I was playing NBA Inside Drive over 2K. And I liked it because it had, because it had so many good simulation aspects in it. Like it did a lot of things that I'm gonna give it. And I didn't know Michael Wang had something to do with that game too, but that's another story. But one thing that irritates me about 2K, these are the things that irritate me about it. Graphics is wonderful. Presentation is wonderful. I like the ideas and the concepts. I like the fact that you have all these settings and different options. But the problem that bothers me, iPod, is that half of the settings you change in the game, they don't really work. Half the time when you play the game, like I've put up videos and I send them to the devs. I've had an instance where I've had Theis, Al Horford, Jason Tatum, and Terry Rozier going for a defensive rebound.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
And Enes Kanter jumped through my chest, through two players' chests, to tip the ball back to himself, but he missed. And Samaj Cristone, who I guess the other guy that played on OKC, I don't know if he still plays for them, he got the rebound back and went through two people for a layup. I'm like, really? Like, there's no respect for. You play 2K, and like I said, you can pass to your open guy in the corner, and he'll take a back step out of bounds for a turnover.
Hey yo,
that was out of bounds.
Do anybody notice that NYC?
Yeah, he disappeared for a minute.
He said his laptop went off.
Word.
Yeah, he said, I'll be back in like 45 minutes.
That's the MacBooks, dog.
Nah, that can't be the Mac. I mean, my MacBook is purdy. Like my man said, yo, the stream dead. I'll be back in 45. Nah, but to go against that, right? Now with 2K, this has been the same thing for the last, I'll say 4 or 5 years. When animations happen in the game, you expect a certain outcome, right? But when 2K say no, our logic supersedes what you think real basketball should happen, and these wonky animations happen, people go through players. How many people have you seen this year alone saying, I swiped at the ball, my hand went through the ball, I got the foul call? You know what I'm saying? How many times have we seen that all year long? Last year, the year before that, the year before that. 2K, I don't know what they doing, man, but it ain't real physics, as they call it. The only physics that happen is what 2K says is physics, which is bumping the ball off your butt, bumping the ball off your knee, bumping the ball off your calf. That all counts as steals. I've caught myself and others say, yo, that should have been a steal. Nigga, no, it shouldn't have been a steal. But I mean, that's what we came accustomed to, dog. And it just hurts. Like it just hurts to see that. Like when you dribbling the ball, like if some, like say somebody went over from 2K to live and they seen that didn't happen with the bump steals and stuff like that, they're like, man, this fucking game trash. This game, man, I should have had 8 steals that game. No, you shouldn't have. When did you swipe for the ball? Once. Dudes play defense like this. They'll sit there, hold their nuts when people doing their dribble moves, right? Then they'll get into a drop down defense and stand there and wait for the ball to come off after a crossover or spin move. That's how dudes play defense. They don't shade, they don't turn their hips, they don't put their hand out, none of that, because either you get caught in a sand animation or somebody just runs right past you.